My name is Charles Cottrell, and I'm a solutions engineer focused on the eTMF here at IQVIA. I'd like to take you through a very brief demonstration of our eTMF. eTMF provides insight into the health of all of your study's trial master files and allows you to be inspection ready at all times. eTMF is a rule-based system that gives me certain rights and permissions that allow me to complete my work in a timely fashion. The structure of the eTMF is based on the reference model, which is the industry standard and completely configurable for each customer. This user homepage tells me everything I need to know about what is going on in my eTMF world. I see a set of announcements that have been made regarding events in the eTMF, and also a set of notes that I have taken about a particular document or on studies that I need to follow up on. In my inbox, I find tasks that have been assigned to me, like rework of a document that I submitted, or an approval task I've been asked to perform. In the work area, I see documents that are in a draft or an unfinished state. All of these are hyperlinked, so I can go immediately to this inbox or the work area and see insight as to which tasks or documents have been languishing in the system too long. This supports our concept of eTMF as a factory, where all the pieces need to keep moving forward at a consistent rate so a backlog doesn't develop. In the study grid on the bottom, I see a dashboard of the studies, and these studies are the ones that I've marked as favorites. And below, I see the last 5 studies that I've accessed. Information about these studies is brought in through CTMS integration and our industry-leading study setup wizards that take the guesswork out of which documents are needed for your trial master file to satisfy the regulatory authorities. The dashboard really focuses my user on the TMF health of the studies. So though there are many studies in the system, I can focus on the studies that I'm working on, and I can see whether these studies are meeting their KPIs. The quality by design approach of the eTMF allows us to define the KPIs that best define the health of the studies, which are completeness, what percentage of documents due by today's date have we finalized in the system, quality, how many of those documents moving through the QC process are doing so without requiring rework, and timeliness, which is a measure of how promptly documents are being finalized in the eTMF. To understand completeness for a particular study, I simply click on the completeness button for a specific study on my home screen, and this will take me to a completeness dashboard for that study. This will show me things like how well the study is performing in comparison to others in my portfolio, how many documents are missing, what's the status of the documents in a particular trial, and initially I see this broken down by country. I can sort by percentage complete, see which are the least compliant countries. And if I want to drill down from countries, I can select a country and see completeness for all the sites within that country. And I can choose more filters on the left and look at completeness by organization or risk level. So there are many other elements here that I can use for analysis in combination with the filters. This really lets me know where I need to focus my attention to bring the study into a more compliant status. Now let's take a look at the TMF items in the study. When it opens, I'll see a number of study items for that particular study in the eTMF. Important to note this because of our planning process, this includes documents that we have planned and not received. These are indicated by an empty placeholder. I can drag and drop content directly into these placeholders, and that allows me to pick up all the metadata associated with the placeholder that was created in the planning process. When I go to my work area to complete the process, I don't have to enter any information like study, country, or site, document type, or other information. That will all be applied from the placeholder. So it is a very streamlined process for submitting items to the system. I will review the document and the metadata in my work area and assign a document date, which in this case is a signature date, and a receipt date. I'll choose the document required for IP shipment, and I'll finalize the document. Now, based on the risk of inspection, I could also implement an approach that would require a document specialist review the document and finalize it in the system. Now, alternately, if I'd like to look at this in a folder view, I can do so by clicking on folder, and this will take me to a folder tree structure. I can select folders and then drill down to zone, section, and artifact, the item that I want to review. The study item in the item list also tells me if the document is in a workflow process, and color coding or bold due date tell me that this item is past due and is overdue. Now I can navigate to this area and look at a particular country or site. I can search by keyword like CV through the metadata, the content, or both, and narrow the list of study items. I can further refine this list by using the filters or facets on the left, similar to how we find things in Amazon. All study items can be exported to Excel for authorized users. All features are easy to use and understand. Now, I can also view a study timeline by clicking on the clock next to the folders filters view. This helps the user understand the events that have occurred during the study and look at the documents associated with those events. So I can see protocol amendments, vendors that were added, and by clicking on the event, I can see which study items were created that are related to this event. Now to conclude, there's a lot more that I'd really like to show you about our eTMF and how it provides inspection readiness and can help you conduct your trials in a more compliant and efficient manner. If you'd like more information on our eTMF or other solutions in our orchestrated clinical trials platform, please contact us. Thank you very much.